Hi everybody, welcome to April's edition of theemmaheaven.com. My name is Angie and I'm from Chiswick. I'm the psychic medium here as part of Emma's magazine. I want to talk to you today about what I do on a personal level, because I've had a lot of new clients over the last few weeks from the filming here at emmaheaven.com, and normally when you're a viewer watching the video, if you've never had a reading before, you would find it a little bit intimidating and not sure about what to really expect from it. So I'm going to kind of go through an A to Z of you of what you can expect when you come for a reading with me. First of all, you don't have to be any kind of sex, you don't have to be any age. I do have a limitation age of 16, only because at that age normally we can be quite impressionable, and so for me it's not really about telling somebody what to do, it's to confirm the decisions they've already made. So I don't really feel comfortable in reading with anybody younger than that. But my eldest client is 84 years of age, so we're all looking for guidance, and no matter what age you're in and no matter what sex you are, to squash the myth of it being a woman thing. 40% of my clients are actually male. So when you decide to have a reading, normally why we have a reading is because we're looking for guidance. We're not getting answers from the natural world, and so the supernatural world is really where we can help you. Now, normally when you come to me, you're going to feel a wave of emotions. Some people feel happy, some people feel sad, some people feel teary and have no idea why they feel emotional as soon as they have a sit-in with me. Well, one of the main reasons is that the ways that I work in many different ways. I not only work through the communication I get from my cards, I pick up from you directly, consciously and subconsciously, but I also pick up emotionally from you. So I draw those natural emotions out of you from my natural psychic ability. I do pick up from the spirit world, as you know, through my mediumship, and I pick up from my tarot cards also. Now, when you come into the room with me, we get you to choose the cards, because your energies on my cards are what guide you to choosing the right one for you. And one of the best things about tarot, and why I've worked with them for almost 30 years, is tarot choose you. You may come for a reading with a subject in mind, but the cards will tell you what you need to know. So once we've identified what I like to call the hot spots, they are the biggest concerns that you may have, either in your heart, in your mind, or in your soul in general, I'll draw that from you. And what I will then do is I'll do what we call a focus spread, specifically on each of those subjects that we've picked up on. That way, it allows us to look more in depth at the outcome of the situation for you. We all need to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We don't want to keep going and going and going like the ever-ready bunny with things, because it can affect us emotionally and mentally and physically. So we'll give you what I call a guesstimate from a timing perspective. Now, the reason why I call it a guesstimate is sometimes I can be spot on to the day with what I give you. Sometimes I can be a little out. But there's one thing for sure, is I don't question what it is I see, but that's whether you like it or not. Don't come for a reading unless you want the truth, because I'm not the type of reader who will tell you something I think you want to hear. So once we've done that, normally you get answers straight away from that focus spread. Sometimes you may want to go a little bit more in depth with each topic, and so we'll continue on until you feel contented with the outcome of the reading. Then we jump into what we call the future spread, and all that basically does is it accumulates everything that we've just read for through all the subject readings and all of the topic readings will accumulate together to give you what we call the light at the end of the tunnel, to give you the outcome. Now, when you're having the reading, depending on whether you have contact from the spirit world, I don't guarantee. If anybody wants to come, then I'll let them come through for you. Sometimes you will, which can be a little bit overwhelming because you're not expecting it, or it's always wonderful to think that your loved ones are still around you. You might get emotional with the reading also, purely because some of the subjects can really touch the heart. And sometimes it can be a release for you. When we're holding on to so many decisions that need to be made, when we're holding on to so many things pending in your life, to know that you're going to get answers with them can be very emotional. But don't worry about that, because I've got the tissues covered. It wouldn't be the first time that I've had a client in my room crying, and I know for a fact you certainly won't be the last person. So what I advise is, when you're having your reading, take your notes, because when you walk out that door, we think, oh, what did she say? What did she say? Write it down. I do it myself when I have a reading done, because it's lovely to refer back then when you see what's being predicted for you, you see the outcome. It kind of gives you that faith to know that, oh, I can't wait for the rest of it to unfold. And by the time we finish the end of your spread, I will always ask you if there's anything else you need. This is your time, and I want to make sure that you leave with the answers that you've come for. But I can promise you, by the time you've finished having your reading, you'll leave with a lighter heart, you leave with faith, knowing that you have trust in the universe, and you have trust in whoever your God may be to make things happen, and you have hope that your world's about to turn around. So pick up the phone, either text me, call me, or go to my page, click on the link, email me directly, angieb@emmaheaven.com. Email me. Get your bookings in now. I promise you faithfully, you will not be disappointed. And I look forward to reading for you all one-on-one. And I'll see you in May. Thank you all.